Back live inside the Bill Harris Arena quarterfinal day here in the 2019 SIAC basketball tournament. Final quarterfinal ball game of the day. It'll feature the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College and the Lions of Paine College. Lions enter into the quarterfinals after advancing in first round play with a win over Kentucky State 86-85. And this is the first spot of tournament play for the Maroon Tigers. They had the first round bye. They finished first in the East. And they play here tonight against the Lions of Paine College. Glad you could join us for our continuing coverage on Flow Hoops. Charles Ward alongside Tolly Carr with the play call, getting set for the quarterfinal ball game. And Tolly, coming off of that win by the Lady Dragons, everything here may be on a downhill slope, but this one could be pretty exciting as well, given what happened to the Maroon Tigers here at this very spot last year.
Well, Paine wants to follow in the footsteps of Lane. Paine wasn't even supposed to get this far. They were supposed to bow out against Kentucky State, if you believe seedings and statistics and prognostication, but they got the mild upset there. It would be a huge one here if they could get past the #1 seed Morehouse, who, mind you, Paine fans, I hate to rain on your potential parade here. They already have the bad taste in their mouth from coming here and having an early exit last season. Morehouse does.
Indeed, over the course of the regular season, Morehouse defeated Paine twice on the road and then at Forbes, as some of the awards for the year being handed out, and the first being given to Omar Austin of Morehouse College. He was named SIAC Player of the Year for his performance at Morehouse College. Austin at 14.5 points per ball game, 11.5 rebounds per contest, 3.7 assists, total of 22 blocks on the season, 1.9 steals, a total of 45 of those. Named the SIAC Player of the Year, constantly in the national ranking as it relates to rebounds per ball game. Latest read is at 6th in the nation for that. And then now coming to the middle of the court, Coach of the Year, head coach Grady Brewer of the Maroon Tigers in his 19th season. Coach Brewer tonight can win his 300th career win. Already in second place for the second winningest coach in the history of Morehouse basketball. Rating here in the post preseason here for the awards that the team, and as they won the regular season championship here for the SIAC.
And Paine looking on, and of course they can't rain on Morehouse's parade, but they are ready to play, and that may be just a little extra motivation to see Morehouse celebrating their achievements before this game even begins here.
So the Lions of Paine College winners in the first round against the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State. Exciting ball game to watch and to call. And Paine wins it 86-85. So tonight it'll be the Lions of Paine College against the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse. Morehouse back-to-back East Division champs. And starting lineups introduced here. Johnny Robinson going for the Lions of Paine College. He's at the senior guard position. That'll be Robert Andrews, the junior from Morehouse College, going at the guard position. Andrews, second team all-conference and named newcomer of the year for the SIAC. So congratulations to Robert Andrews for that. Michael Omert will go at the point guard position for the Maroon Tigers. Omert, third in the nation in assists, averaging over 7 per ball game. Cameron Gaines, a sophomore, will go at a swing position for the Lions of Paine College. They do alternating introductions here, so we're doing it that way on the lineup introductions here as well. Gaines, a sophomore, thought he was going to be a strong candidate for all conference. Gaines with nearly 17 points per ball game and 6 rebounds, but denied onto that conference membership team. Kalen Pinkett, the senior from Atlanta, Georgia, will go at a guard position for the Lions of Paine College. Pinkett, 8 points per ball game for the Lions. Ronzel Evans, another swing position player for the Lions of Paine College, the senior from Fort Myers, 6 feet 6, 200 pounds. And DeShondrick Nelms rounding out to 5 for the Lions. Nelms, a junior from Davenport, Florida, at 6'8". Lions coached by Darrell Stinson in his third year. Morehouse, the remainder of their lineup, Robert Andrews, Michael Omert, will joined by Keith Hurd, the junior at the swing position. Hurd, 6'9", 200 pounds. Tramel Gooden, the junior at 6'4", 205 pounds from Atlanta at the other swing, and the all-conference first-team member Omar Austin, and Player of the Year will round out the five for the Maroon Tigers, 6'6", 215 pounds from Waldorf, Maryland. So those are the starting lineups for both teams. Set to begin basketball action here now. Quarterfinal play. Our final quarterfinal contest on this Wednesday. Officials for today's ball game getting set to call this quarterfinal ball game: Ken Washington, Sidney Cohen, and Corey Taylor.
Charles, you probably didn't have to do a lot of Morehouse study heading into this game. Huh?
Got a blank sheet here. Followed Morehouse throughout the course of the year, covering them on the Maroon Tiger Sports Network, so kind of familiar with them.
Yeah, well, I've been to a handful of games.
Yeah, you probably didn't have to do much either, right? It'll be Keith Hurd jumping against the sophomore Cameron Gaines. Taps up, and we're underway. Maroon Tigers will have the basketball first as we get going in this quarterfinal contest. Gooden works it out front. Maroon Tigers face a 2-3 Paine College defense. Andrews at the block now. Over to Omer. Back to Robert Andrews. Only one to not touch it so far is Omar Austin, as the lay-in by Omer is off the mark, but he got it back inside to Austin. Austin not able to convert.
Well, a couple of layups don't fall for the Maroon Tigers on their first possession.
And the Lions come back the other way. Gaines handles, gives it back up top to Pinkett. Pinkett works it right side. Drops back, alley-oop now the Gaines. Gaines at the block, too deep to get it airborne, but got the catch and got the basket.
Used his elbows to create a little space there. Didn't even have to elevate on that shot. Had the perfect angle.
So back the other way now. Take away there by the Lions of Paine College.
Oh.
Inside the paint and a whistle. Going to stay with the Lions.
I think that was a between the legs pass there, between the defender's legs.
So half court set now for Lane. They push it out front to Gaines. Early 2-0 lead for the Lions. Andrews guarding defensively now, and going to work is Robinson. Robinson pushes back out front. And here's Pinkett. Pinkett lost it momentarily. She wanted to shoot. They got it airborne. It'll count if it goes. Hits the cylinder. Rebound fought for. Diving for it, and it'll stay with the Lions, but they throw it away. Omert almost with the steal. Not able to collect it, though.
A lot of strawberries here early. I just hear skin sliding across the floor as people diving for the ball.
18:05 remains. First half. Turnover inside the paint, but a whistle. Going to stay here on the Paine end of the floor. Foul going to be called on Michael Omert.
Looks like they're going to have to fix the net down here. It's a little hung up. Don't think anyone notices that but me.
Well, yell it out.
Look, I'm not out there playing. They paid me to do one thing this week, Charles. That's tolerate you.
Boy. That's a big job.
Turnover by Morehouse here.
As the Lions go back the other way, behind the arc, on the move. This is Robinson with the jumper, and he knocks it down for the Lions. Calling for the foul as well. Didn't get that, but he got the basket. 4-0 lead for Lane, or the Lions of Paine College, over Morehouse. Austin in traffic, bumped there near the free throw line. And it'll stay. Foul going to be called here against one of the Lions, as a couple of them there try to defend on Austin on his penetration.
Well, so far today, the advantage has gone to the teams who have already played a game against teams, at least early on, with their first bit of action.
The call was on Evans for the foul. Shot off by Austin. That leads to a break for the Lions. Hurd catches up with that and rejects it. But the shot out front by Robinson on the second attempt is off the mark. And we are going the other way. Morehouse will have the basketball.
Austin was streaking down the court. They might have found him for a possible flush if that play hadn't been disrupted.
4-0 lead for the Lions of Paine. quarterfinal action. Tramel Gooden takes a seat for the Maroon Tigers. And Chaveze Ebenham on the floor now for Morehouse.
He is a quick leaper.
Ebenham, the sophomore from Landham, Maryland. Hurd, top of the key. He'll work at the right side. Fall-away jumper by Hurd, creases the rim. Ebenham with the rebound and the putback. Immediate offense for him coming off the bench.
He gets off the ground so fast.
Ebenham had 7 points and 2 rebounds in the last meeting between these teams. And out 3 for Robinson for 3, missed on the shot. Austin clears the rebound. He'll lead a break. Threw it away, and it's 2-on-1 back the other way now. Underneath with the lay-in. Nicely done by Kalen Pinkett for the Lions. They lead it 6-2. Austin and Olmert out top. Now the Andrews in the corner. They circle it down low to Hurd. Hurd pushes back out to Andrews. Free for 3. That one's short on the rim. Rebound comes clear to Pinkett. Up the floor, Robinson. Head fakes the 3. And Austin took it away with attempted pass back in the near stripe. Austin on the penetration and a whistle.
Morehouse has had a great season, Charles. There's no doubting that at 20-4, but a couple of the losses this year, you looked and you kind of said, how did that one happen?
Yeah. One of the ones was Benedict that they lost to. And then obviously with the Clark Atlanta, you just never know about that one.
Yeah, Claflin snuck back in to.
Sure. Coach Ricky Jackson there trying to pump his chest up a little bit there, saying that, hey, we left. We won it when we left. This is one of the teams we beat on the way.
We're still the SIAC champs.
Had a good-natured laugh with him during the basketball game at Morehouse when they came to Atlanta to play. We were doing the pregame interview with Coach Brewer, and Coach Ricky Jackson, always the fun guy, stepping in at the back of the interview saying, hey, I want to be interviewed too. So we kind of just jaw-jacked on camera for a minute.
Well, I think Claflin last year was the only team until the NCAA tournament that defeated Morehouse.
You're absolutely right. 6-3 lead for the Lions of Paine College. Out on the floor now for the Lions is Joshua Holiday. Holiday turning in a big game for the Lions.
Travel.
As a whistle's called there on that last contest. Substitutions. Timeout on the floor. Our first TV timeout. 15:58 remains first half. Paine leads Morehouse 6-3. More basketball on Flow Hoops. We are back live at the Bill Harris Arena, the Birmingham Crossplex quarterfinal basketball action here on Flow Hoops. Glad you could join us for the coverage. 6-3 lead for the Lions of Paine College against the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse. Lions winners in the opening round. First conference play here for Morehouse. Ebenham down in the left corner now. Back over to Olmert. Bounce pass, Austin, floater by Austin. That one's good. So Omar Austin trying to get off early here in this basketball game.
One thing you see a lot from Morehouse, on the score and then immediately becoming the head of the defense on that pressure is Omar Austin.
Robinson handles out front. The lead now is 1 for the Lions. 15-15 left and a turnover. Trying to get it down in the corner to Gaines. Robinson leaning too far on the pass. Austin had another double-double in the ball game the last time these teams met. 20 points, 18 rebounds. Up top, Austin. Andrews in the corner, raises, fires, missed on the three-point shot. Ebenham clears, fresh 30 for the Maroon Tigers. Olmert free with the jumper. Got it, foul line extended.
Olmert's probably the best shooter in the league that doesn't like to shoot. He has a really good jump shot,
sure.
But he's always looking to facilitate and pass the ball. He's an excellent finisher in the lane as well.
That's funny and accurate. So Morehouse claims its first lead, 7-6. Holiday head fakes across the floor. Robinson pushes a three-pointer and drops it for the Lions of Paine College. So they reclaim the lead now 9-7. Olmert slides left side. Ebenham now back to Olmert. Bounce pass, Austin in traffic. Knocked away by the Lions. They want to come off a break, but they can't do it there. They'll walk it up the floor instead. Robinson left side, now back over to Pinkett. Pinkett over to Holiday. Holiday slides left side all the way through. Nicely done on the exchange to the right hand, but he missed on the shot. But Morehouse not able to collect it at the baseline, so it'll stay with the Lions. As James Walker, the senior from Stone Mountain, Georgia, now gets inserted into the Maroon Tigers lineup.
What's the story on Walker this year? I feel like he started strong and kind of tailed off just a little bit this year.
Well, you don't have to feel like it. That's what happened. He just could not get his rhythm fully as the season progressed, unlike what he did a year ago. Just constant steady for the Maroon Tigers, but this year has never found a full rhythm, lost confidence in his shot, and just never rebounded fully. So now coming off the bench as they work it down low at the block to Nelms, the Lions do. And we're going to go back the other way. Nelms pushing off on the inside. So he will pick up his first. Andrews takes the seat. And he's replaced by Xavier Brewer in the Maroon Tigers lineup. So it's a 9-7 lead for the Lions of Paine College. Morehouse in a half-court set. Olmert back to James Walker. Walker, quick step with the reverse lay-in right side.
He heard you talking about him, yeah. Charles.
I didn't do it. You were.
I just asked the question.
That play started on the left of the cylinder. Walker able to lean and get the basketball to the right. Tied at 9 each now. Pinkett picked up by Olmert. They go across the floor. Robinson again free for three. This one the shot's hard. Gaines challenges, but Austin clears the rebound. That's his third. Olmert tried to leave it behind for Brewer, but threw it out of bounds. So a turnover there by Morehouse. That's their fourth. .37 left first half, so the turnover there was the fifth by the Maroon Tigers. Morehouse, turnover margin first in the conference with a +3.8, so normally very steady in that category. Off the floor now, Charles Moore, the junior for the Lions. They'll work it back out front to Holiday. Holiday, hard push left side down at the block. Got it on the reverse lay-in. That's Nelms.
And if you're watching on Flow Hoops tonight and you don't watch Morehouse regularly during the season, Xavier Brewer, that's the coach's son, Grady Brewer's.
Basketball tapped around after the missed shot and comes away to Charles Moore and the Lions. Moore wants to run, challenges Walker on the inside. And there's the sophomore, Cameron Gaines, with the putback. Talked about it during the broadcast of the last Paine Morehouse game that Cameron Gaines, a sophomore, is the cousin of head coach Darrell Stinson of Paine College. The interesting thing about that is their throwaway on the inside there by the Maroon Tigers leads to a 3-on-1 break and all the way to the rack. Going to get the lay-in there. That's Pinkett for the Lions. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. Just to finish that story on Gaines, when Stinson recruited him because he was getting heavy pressure from against his father to get him in school somewhere. So he reluctantly took him into the program.
It's worked out well.
Yeah, sure has. Timeout on the floor. 15-9 lead for the Lions. Back with more on the Flow of Hoops. Back live inside Bill Harris Arena. The Lions taking some instructions from Coach Daryl Stinson. They are few, but they are proud. Only 12 on that roster for Paine College. And right now, they lead it 15-9 over the East #1 seed, the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Quarterfinal action here from the 2019 SIAC basketball tournament.
Daryl Stinson, he's a young man in the coaching game here.
Stinson, third year at Paine College.
Going up against and matching wits with Grady Brewer.
Stinson began his coaching career at Bethune-Cookman College as a graduate assistant. And works his way to Paine for 3 years now. Walker with a head fake for the Maroon Tigers over to Tremel Gooden, who just got back out on the floor. He tries a bank shot, but he missed it. Tremel Gooden out on the floor. Cairo Whitfield on the floor. Kendall Walker, the senior, on the floor. He just floated that jump shot and missed that one. So Coach Brewer going with a different lineup here now with 10:59 left in this first half. It's Ebenham, Walker, Gooden, Whitfield, and James Walker on the floor. And for the Lions, Charles Moore pushes across the floor. Down at the block, they're going to work it. And back out to Moore for three. Good look there, hit the front iron. They started inside and worked it back out there. Moore with the look, not able to finish though. Holiday draws the defensive assignment on Kendall Walker.
Kick ball.
Aggressive work there by Holiday on the defense. Knocked that one into the back court.
Kendall Walker says, somebody's going to have to come a little closer, set me a screen or something, because this guy's here harassing me.
Holiday with the good defense there and turned in some great offense in that first round win over Kentucky State. 25 points and 3 rebounds for Holiday coming off the bench. Gooden handles for Morehouse in a half-court set now. The Lions dropping back into that zone defense. Ebenham trying to challenge on the inside. The long rebound comes clear to the Lions. 2-on-2 basketball and to the left. Hand nicely done. And a basket there by Pinkett. Lions showing quickness here in this first half. Down at the block, Ebenham got it airborne and he got the lay-in. Assist by James Walker.
Largely the second unit out here doing business for Morehouse right now.
The lead is 7 by Paine. 9:44 left first half. Gaines at the foul line. Floater by the sophomores off the mark. Walker had it, lost it on the surface, and it'll stay with the Lions. Have a timeout on the floor. 9:35 left in his first half. Paine took the timeout there, but things right now at this point flowing fairly well for the Lions.
Addition to the coaching staff this year for Morehouse, Jarvis Hayes, former NBA player, a former star at UGA, which for folks in Georgia, that resonates a lot as well, but that's been a great addition to the coaching staff this year.
Morehouse adding Jarvis Hayes to the staff, but always getting some capable assistance from Douglas Whittier as the associate head coach. And you were talking about last year's Morehouse team in terms of what happened to them in that quarterfinal round and coming into the tournament and kind of losing some steam at the end of the year. On the sideline as an assistant coach is Martravius Little. He was a big part of that Morehouse push last year and got injured late in the season. In fact, at the last Clark Atlanta ball game over on the Clark campus, and that really had an impact on that team because he was such a physical leader on the team and emotional leader.
Exactly.
Now on the coaching staff. Holiday out front now for the Lions of Paine College. They'll work it left side, Pinkett. Walker attacks him up front, and they'll come away with a steal. Ebenham going to go back to Kendall Walker. Walker going to get the lay-in right side. Morehouse with that very aggressive defense.
Ebenham is just long, he's fast, disruptive in the passing lanes. Great passer and also a great finisher on his own.
Morehouse leads the conference in steals. 9.5 per game. Gaines there in the corner for three. Can't get that one to fall. The Lions will need Gaines to get a good production night as a steal there anticipated from the pass by Ebenham on the inside to Whitfield. Out front, Jones with a look from three-point range. Can't get it to fall. Walker clears. Morehouse pushing it up the floor now. Walker handles with 8:20 left, first half. At the block to James Walker. There's Kendall Walker and James Walker out on the floor as Whitfield goes inside the paint and lost it off of his leg.
It's very rare that Whitfield gets shots up. He's a defender. He gets in there and rebounds and sets screens. He saw an opportunity, took it, just couldn't hold on to the rock.
So the basketball on the turnover goes back to the Lions. Omar Austin back out on the floor. So is Robert Andrews.
Tell you what, looking at this lineup, Coach Brewer beats the Bushes in his hometown of Atlanta. Of course, Morehouse, a private school, they can get players from anywhere, but the roster is littered with homegrown talent.
Pinkett for the Lions out of Atlanta, so he got away. 7:58 left. Charles Moore takes a look now. Shot clock working to 7. Now they got to go. Pinkett, right side, raises with the jumper, fouled. Would have counted had it gone, but he'll be at the line shooting 2 for the Lions.
Pretty extended rest here for Omar Austin as well.
Pinkett with 12 points, 6 rebounds in the opening round win against Kentucky State. And timeout on the floor, 7:48 remains, 18-13 lead for the Lions. Back with more after the break on Flow Hoops. .48 remains in this first half of play. Quarterfinal action. Lions of Paine College with an 18-13 lead over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Morehouse, the regular season champs of the SIAC. Back-to-back Eastern Division champs. At the line for the Lions. First free throw by Kalen Pinkett, the senior, transfer from Savannah State University. Missed on the first.
Well, Morehouse has the #1 fan in Birmingham in the house, and that's Mayor Randall Woodfin. He's a Morehouse graduate and here to see his alma mater in action in the town that he governs.
Kendall Walker launches a 3 and knocks it down for the Maroon Tigers out front. So Walker Now with 5 points, correction, Kendall with 10 points in the ball game after that shot. They jump on a timeout call there. They just jumped Pinkett near the mid-stripe. And Pinkett had nothing else to do but take the timeout.
Yeah, they caught him slipping right there at half court.
First half action here from the Bill Harris Arena. A lot of good highlight material. And here's some of it. Pushing across the floor. Watch him slide through. That control, starting on the left. It'll be important for James Walker to continue that kind of momentum. We talked about him a few minutes ago. Struggling this year. And they always try to get him off as early as they can. Coach Brewer saying that if we can get him going early, then he usually settles into a good rhythm. But if he starts rough, normally stays rough.
Well, he's getting some good quality minutes here in the first half.
Back the other way now. Johnny Robinson handling for the Lions. On the weed, Holiday. We're at 7:10 remaining, first half. Lions have led all the way. Down Moore, down at the block, nicely done on the pass, and Nelms with the finish for the Lions. That's a good play coming off of a break there for Paine College. Walker, left side, Robert Andrews. He'll push it to Ebenham and threw it high and out of bounds. Not a good decision at all by Robert Andrews. Depth perception probably a problem on that pass. I guess.
It would have been good back corner fade on the football field. Yeah.
Pinkett pushes right side. Out of Moore. On the weave, Holiday. Moore, left side. Tried to leave it back there, and it's taken away by the Maroon Tigers. Walker took it. Kendall did. And he'll run it up the floor. Kendall, Walker, and James Walker out on the floor for Morehouse. This is James Walker with the basketball. Now Shabeze Ebenham lost it at the baseline. That leads to a run out by the Lions. They got a 3-on-2, and basketball taken away by Austin. Ebenham in open space, missed on the lay-in, but Nelms commits the foul for the Lions.
Well, the action back and forth at a very quick pace. Charles, it looks like, when you're on the court, it's at one speed, but man, when you're sitting here watching it.
Yeah. Just flies by. We saw that with the Lane College women's basketball game just a few minutes ago, and Treese McCoy, just how she streaks down the floor, just leaving the defense, dribbling the basketball. I'd like to put her in that contest that you talked about with your high school coach.
Oh.
Just let her go and throw the basketball, see who gets down there first.
Well, racing the ball, that's usually a losing proposition, but there are some people that'll give it a challenge.
Very speedy. Ebenham from the line, got them both. It's 21-18 now.
Jarris Adley, I have not seen much of him at the games I've been to this year, Charles.
Adley in the last few ball games of the season got a lot more playing time for the Maroon Tigers. Adley out on the floor. Malik Kennedy, a freshman, out on the floor as well for Coach Brewer. Out front now, Pinkett handles, and a whistle. Kennedy trying to stay square on defense. He commits the foul.
Yep, he put his hands out there. He's from Ontario, Canada. From Toronto, to be more specific.
Prize recruit for Coach Grady Brewer. He speaks raves about Malik Kennedy. Thinks he's going to be one of the best players to come through Morehouse. Quick move there. Tapped out of bounds by the Maroon Tigers. Lions trying to get it down in the corner that trip. They got 11 to shoot now. 5:47 remains in the first half. Entry pass nicely done to Nelms. Nelms going to be guilty of the travel though. Austin with him step for step defensively, and he forced that turnover. So at 5:40 left now, Morehouse trailing by 3. They have the basketball. Adley out front. Left side, Austin. Well, Andrews surveys back to James Walker. He may have traveled, but got away with that. Shots off the mark, but it'll come back to the Maroon Tigers for another look. Adley resets top of the key. Go down at the block, double there, back to Kennedy. He's free, pops a three, missed on the shot. James Walker with the backside rebound. Knocked away from him by Johnny Robbins in the third, but it'll stay with Morehouse.
Coach Brewer's run 3 point guards through here in the first half. Allmer's still on the bench. He's getting some quality minutes here in the first half.
Cameron Gaines back out on the floor now for the Lions. He'll replace Joshua Holiday in their lineup. Gaines 14 points, 8 rebounds in their tournament opener. Basketball tapped that around and goes out of bounds. The Lions saying the basketball should belong to them. Officials, no, they're going to wave it off now and they make the call that the Lions will have it. 5:05 remains now as James Walker takes a seat and Framel Gooden comes out onto the floor. Charles Moore set to inbound the basketball for Morehouse. Full court pressure by the Maroon Tigers. Moore got to hurry to get it in. Shot it there. Into rest now. And the basketball going to be taken away by the Maroon Tigers. Back out front, Gooden on the move. Over to Adley free. Now Robert Andrews, that's the guy they want to take the three. He rattled it, missed it. Rebound taken away by Austin from Gaines. And it'll stay with the Maroon Tigers.
Yeah, if Andrews can find his stroke, Charles, he can get hot.
He certainly can. He is a pure shooter once he finds the range. Morehouse getting several second shot opportunities the last couple of trips down the floor. We're down to 4:43 remaining in the first half. Adley got a screen, and he'll work it all the way through on the reverse lay-in. Missed it there. Basketball tapped around, and finally Charles Moore just corrals it for the Lions. Moore trailed by Austin. Bounce pass to Gaines. Gaines tried to leave it behind on a wraparound pass and threw it away. Morehouse with the numbers now. Kennedy with the bounce pass. Adley with the lay-in. So the Paine lead now is at 1 with 4:06 left.
There's Austin putting pressure on the ball. He usually falls into that position after a made basket.
Lions come across the timeline. They got Moore down free at the block. Missed on the lay-in. Boy. That'll stay with the Lions. Moore seemingly took so much time after he had that basketball that threw himself out of rhythm. And on the other end of the floor, not sure. Trying to make out the number of the player there. I think it may be Kalen Pinkett for the Lions of Paine College, lying near the free throw line, holding his right knee. That could be a big blow for the Lions if he is not able to go. He was not able to even catch up with the rest of that pack down the floor.
Yeah, there was so much back and forth action. I actually missed that, but they are taking a long look there. He's trying to show them, and he has some mobility. He's going to pop up there now. We saw a kind of injury similar to that on Tuesday. One of those mini games.
Tuesday's play, yes. It was with Stiegel.
Stiegel.
So going back now to the locker room is Kalen Pinkett for the Lions of Paine College. 3:52 left in this first half of play. Paine with a 1-point lead, 21-20.
Yeah, and it seemed that, Paine jumped out to the lead, but Morehouse didn't lose faith in what it is they're how they've been playing. It just seems like they needed to catch up to the tournament atmosphere here, and slowly but surely they've kept within striking distance and now on the verge of potentially taking the lead.
3:52 left first half. Lions make it back out on the floor. I think Pinkett is still over there on the sideline, did not go back to the bench, so that may be a good sign there that they don't need to treat him as heavily as could have.
And sometimes in postseason basketball, coaches like to shrink their rotation. Coach Brewer seems to be expanding his.
Moore got to hurry to get the ball in play. Finally does in the corner to Holiday. He's free. Spinner inside the paint, and Holiday instant offense off the bench. 23-20 after that basket. You get the sense, though, Paine starting to get a little bit disheveled by this pressure from the Maroon Tigers. Austin going to be guilty of the travel there. So turnover number 11 for Morehouse. Each team with 11 at this point. And the Lions will have the basketball in the backcourt. Robinson doubled in the backcourt. They've got to hurry. Now pushes it over to Holiday. Holiday slides it across the middle. Good transition there. Moore jumps with the jumper there instead. Tapped by Gaines. He can't convert. And Andrews had it. He's going to be fouled. Paine had the numbers momentarily in a 2-on-1, but Moore missed the opportunity to either penetrate to the basket or pass that basketball.
Yep, then it became a live ball off the glass, and the height of Morehouse prevails.
Kennedy to the sideline now. Ebenham back out on the floor. 3:17 remains. Paine leading it by 3. Andrews back out on the floor. Across the floor, Ebenham now shoots a 3-pointer. Down in the cylinder momentarily, but he can't keep it there. The rebound comes clear to Nelms. Across the floor they go to Holiday. Bounce pass. This is Robinson for 3. That's a good spot for him. Pays dividends once again. 26-20 after the triple by Robinson. Lions with the lead. Ebenham to Adler. Now to Austin. Back to Ebenham. He'll push another 3. Rattled. Same result. Down in the paint. And they're going to go back the other way. Austin with the foul. Exact same look on the shot by Ebenham. Battled and bounced around a little bit. Popped up. Then popped out on the shot.
And Morehouse's inability to hit that 3-point shot is allowing Paine to stay in that zone defense.
And that is where they would like to be. 2:31 left first half. They lead it by 6. Moore takes a seat. And Pinkett back out on the floor for the Lions of Paine College. So good sign for them that he made it back. Pinkett on the weave. Holiday. Holiday hard push right side all the way to the glass. Banked it, but he missed. Had a crease. Adley wants to push up the floor. Gooden. Gooden left side with the lay-in for the Maroon Tigers. But Pinkett quickly back the other way now. He'll challenge and push it back. Robinson for 3. Missed on that shot. Andrews had it. Moore gives chase. They toss it airborne. Holiday is going to be fouled.
Ooh.
Ebenham saying, yeah, I did get him on that one. A lot of body.
There's 2 guys going for the ball.
Football tackle there.
Made the hat right there.
Holiday still down on the surface here at the Bill Harris Arena. Now up.
Catch a breath or two.
So Ebenham's picked up his second personal foul. And Holiday okay to inbound the basketball. We're at 1:54 left first half. 4-point lead for the Lions. On a weave, Robinson handles. Now Holiday picked up by Gooden. They'll go to the block to the sophomore Gaines. Pushes back out Robinson. Now on the move Pinkett. 11 to shoot. Holiday, good fake there. Nice hop to the glass and banked it home. Holiday very quick on that shot.
Yep, it's going to push that lead up to 6, and confidence boosting continuing for Paine.
1:20 remains first half. Adley out front. Pushes to Austin. Now Andrews out front. Morehouse not a lot of movement on an offense at this point. And they got Adley for standing on
the red line. Does he have 2 fouls? He's gone to the bench and he's not
hadn't been back
in.
out there. He may have the 2. I think he did pick up 2 early. Not showing on the players on the floor right now. So for 1:08, a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, Ulmer. Charles Moore is getting his foot taped. Maybe tightened up a bit. He's going to put his sock and shoe back on. But
yeah, Ulmer does have the 2 fouls. That's why he's sitting. 1:08 left. First half, 28-22 lead for the Lions of Paine College. Malik Kennedy back out on the floor. So is Kendall Walker for the Maroon Tigers. They got 7 to shoot. Inside, Gooden got a good look there, but left it on the front of the iron, but they'll get a fresh 30 after the miss and the long rebound. Kennedy with a quick step, raises with the jumper. Can't find the range. Rebound, fought for. Loose on the floor, bodies rolling. And they're going to stay here on this end of the floor, and out of that, a foul somehow is going to be called against the Lions of Paine College.
Yeah, these three-point shots by Morehouse have looked good. They've been on target, just a bit long.
So the foul called on Milms. That's his second. James Walker will come out on the floor now for the Maroon Tigers, replacing Tramel Gooden. 48 seconds left first half. And Coach Brewer trying to coach through this offensive set to get somebody to get a basket. Walker over to Kennedy. No fire there from the corner. Missed on the shot. This time the rebound fought for, and Kennedy got it. So another 30 seconds here for Morehouse. They can play it close to the last shot of the half. But they won't do that likely. Walker pushes in the corner. Kennedy once again. This time it won't stay down.
They're just in. 3/4 of the way. They're just rimming out.
Milms had that rebound. Austin challenged, and Omar Austin picks up his second with 25 seconds left. 4 or 5 looks at trip down the floor for the Maroon Tigers in that set.
Yeah, I would tell Kennedy keep shooting it because the shot looks good. They're just literally going in and rimming right back out.
So at the line on the other end, it's DeShondrick Milms, the junior from Davenport, Florida. Milms with the first. He got it. 62% free throw shooter on this regular season. Makes it a 29-22 lead for the Lions.
So second game in a row where the #1 seed has found themselves trailing to a team that most people in following would expect them to beat handily.
Morehouse struggling at 9 of 31 from the floor at 29%. Paine, meanwhile, 12 of 27 at 44. Kendall Walker lost it inside the paint, so the Lions with a chance to score a basket at the end of the break here. Holiday lost it momentarily. Back to Robinson. Fires the three. Looks good, but in front of the iron. But it comes to Gaines. Gaines with the jumper. He can't close. And Kennedy clears for Morehouse. Can't get it airborne. So at the end of 20 minutes in this quarterfinal ball game, it is the Lions of Paine College, the underdogs, with a 30-22 lead over the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College. Take a break here. Get you back set for second half action on Flow Hoops. We are back live inside the Bill Harris Arena. Final 20 minutes getting set to start here in this quarterfinal matchup between the Lions of Paine College and the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College right now as we get set for the second half. It's a 30-22 lead for the Lions of Paine.
I'm looking at the huddles. Paine is over there jumping. Morehouse looks like they are listening to some instruction. I would say right now the emotional edge along with the scoreboard on the side of Paine College.
Paine, 12 of 29 shooting in the first 20 minutes, 41%. Morehouse, 9 of 31 from the floor in the first 20 minutes.
When they asked Apollo Creed his prediction for the fight, not Apollo, Clubber Lang, they asked Clubber Lang his prediction. He said, Paine.
A lot of pain in that first 20 minutes. Let's see if we can get some more here. Gaines at the block, and he lost it on the turnover. So the Lions come back to play with a turnover. Number 12 for Paine College. Across the floor now. As Olmert's back out handling the offense for Morehouse. He's playing with 2 fouls. Gooden penetrates, shot rejected at the block. Hurd gives chase, Morehouse saves it. They continue to get second and third shot opportunities. This time they convert Robert Andrews with the shot inside the paint.
Andrews wasn't able to get the 3 going in the first half, but in the lane, that shot looks good. Be interesting to see what Olmert does stabilizing this offense now that he's back on the court, running the point guard position.
Basketball will stay with the Lions of Paine College. They lead it by 6. Pinkett with that leg injury in the late in the first half seems to be okay. Back out on the floor. 9 to shoot for the Lions. Pinkett cross dribble right side to the rack. Floaters shot too hard. A rebound and a putback though. Spinners off the mark for Nelms. Andrews wasn't looking. Hurd threw it right to his back. And Hurd rejects a shot at the baseline by Robinson.
Everybody was running. Yeah. Olmert was right there. Hurd trying to get the ball up the court. Hit him in the back.
So Robinson right of the cylinder. Inbounds to Cameron Gaines. Top of the key. Holiday with a look there. Hit the iron, and that one's too hard. Rebound to Austin. That's his 6th. He'll go back the other way now. Andrews handles just in front of the Morehouse bench. Up top, Olmert with the basketball. On the move, Gooden pushes back out Andrews, inside out basketball, routed it, and the same kind of result. And the same thing again, the rebound coming to Morehouse for another look. Austin penetrates right side, challenges the defense, missed on the first shot, and got a second shot opportunity. This will not fly for Coach Darrell Stinson and the Lions in the long run to give that many shots to the Morehouse Maroon Tigers, each trip down the floor in a half-court set.
First half, we talked about Olmert being the reluctant shooter. I have seen good things happen when he has decided to penetrate into the lane in games past. The outside shot is still a work in progress for Morehouse. His penetration could lead to some things.
Austin good on the first free throw there for the Maroon Tigers. 18:04 left. Austin rattled and missed the second. Hollowed it. Comes away with a quick rebound and pushes across the timeline. Austin took it from behind and got it over to Olmert. That's the transition that Morehouse likes. Olmert reversed with the left lay-in, and he got it. That brings the Morehouse bench and the faithfuls behind them to their feet.
And Austin trying to get his teammates fired up.
Pinkett pushes back the other way, and the pace just too heavy for Paine, causing their own turnovers. Austin with the lay-in. He's fouled. He'll be going to the line. So Morehouse up-tempo here in the second half.
Boy, just less than 3 minutes. That Paine bench was jumping to start the second half, and now it's the Morehouse bench on fire after a quick rally here by the Maroon Tigers.
So Austin shoot here to tie the basketball game up. Austin missed on the free throw. Paine is playing at the pace that the Maroon Tigers want. There's Austin free for an easy flush. Steal there in the backcourt. And Coach Stinson going to have to take a timeout here. 17:21 left in the ball game. Morehouse claims a 31-30 lead with the timeout. Momentum here inside the Bill Harris Arena, swinging the way of the Maroon Tigers after the break.
The old Tiger behind the Morehouse bench. Tiger loves to put both hands, fist in the air, get the crowd pumped up.
Eric the Tiger Turner.
He was a pretty good athlete in his day at Morehouse.
Every time I pass his office, he tells me. He's got some pictures to back it up, so I got to go with him.
Look, you know, stories about your own greatness never get old. But he's in that echelon of super fan and employee over at Morehouse. He's always around facilities when you need them.
17:21 left in the basketball game.
And just to show you that I'm not cool as you think I am, I have no idea what this song is. The young people seem to like it, though.
Well, that's probably a Friday night you decided to stay at home, huh? Paine has got to settle itself. They are just completely rattled with the defensive pressure by the Maroon Tigers. Holiday out front, Gooden with that defensive assignment. Right corner to Gaines. Gaines back to Holiday. 13 to shoot. Robinson attacks left side. Inside, and they're going to get him for the offensive push-off.
Everything quickly seems to be falling apart for Paine here in the second half.
Coach Stinson trying to settle them down, but Paine playing to his own worst fears here.
Morehouse has a cheering section. The bench is engaged.
Hurd on the give to Obert. Austin to Andrews now. Back out top, Obert with the basketball. Andrews way downtown on a three-pointer, front of the iron, but they'll get yet another look. Lions just not screening out enough to get the errant shots. Gooden back out top now to Obert. Got a crease there. Down at the block to Andrews. Andrews got the lay-in.
Good look by Olmert. He penetrates. Finds a cutting teammate.
They'll get the assist for that. Pinkett in the backcourt now. Slides across the timeline. Morehouse set to trap him there. Morehouse pushing out on what looks like an extended zone defense. Holiday in traffic, and yet another turnover by the Lions. Boy, this is night and day as Gooden double dribbles near the mid-strike.
Every other possession seems to be turnover city for Paine.
15:56 left in the ball game. Morehouse with a 33-30 lead. Take a timeout here on Pro Sports. Back to live action here after the timeout. Paine continues to be ruffled by that defense of the Maroon Tigers. Holiday on a weave over to Robinson. At 15:40 left in the ball game. There's another block there and almost another steal by the Maroon Tigers. 11 to shoot for Paine now. Now 7. Holiday guarded by Kennedy. Pushes. Robinson for 3. He can't find the range there. Nothing but white jerseys underneath, and we go back the other way. Olmert pushes across the timeline. Left it there for Austin. Austin to the rack. Missed on the shot. Robinson takes away a rebound, and the jump ball call will give the basketball back to Morehouse. Hurd, they called him Spider-Man because of those long arms and his rangy ability. Able to wrap up Pinkett on the inside to cause that jump ball call.
Boy, you see the difference having a larger number of troops can have. Morehouse running players in and out against a very gaunt Paine bench.
Olmert, left side to Ebenham. We'll approach 15 minutes left in the ball game now. Austin, foul line extended with the jumper. Had a good look, missed on the shot, but yet another second chance here for Morehouse with Hurd coming away with the rebound. Just not enough size, apparently, with this Paine group to really contend for those the second chance rebounds or stopping the second chance shots for the Morehouse Maroon Tigers. Hurd up top. Spinner's off the mark. Would have counted had it gone, but he'll be at the line shooting.
You see the frustration on Gaines as he closed out on the shooter. And Hurd able to draw the contact, going to the line.
Cameron Gaines at 6'8", the tallest member of the Lion squad. And he's a frail 6'8". And Morehouse, Keith Hurd out there, he's 6'9". Omar Austin, he's at 6'6". Jose Ebenham at 6'5", just playing bigger as it relates to roster.
Safe to say Gaines has his hands full.
Hurd good on the free throws. 35-30.
There's Omar Austin. He's the head of that defense.
Robinson doubled in the backcourt, lost it on the inbound, and the turnover gives it back to Morehouse.
Imagine on every inbounds pass, you've got to stare down Omar Austin and those long arms just to do something as routine as inbounding the ball.
That's the 18th turnover by the Maroon Tigers, or by the Lions of Paine College now. Ebenham behind the arc for Morehouse, works at top of the key. Winner of this ball game into the semifinals on Friday here at the Bill Harris Arena. Olmert underneath now, pushes in the corner to Ebenham. Tried to leave it behind for Olmert, 10 to shoot. Olmert reverse lay-in, shot rejected at the block. Gaines will get credit for the block, but we go back the other way now. Andrews going to be guilty of the foul. So Andrews picks up his first. 14 minutes, 16 seconds remains in the basketball game. 4 ball games in quarterfinal action here today on Flow Hoops. Glad you can join us for it. We're wrapping up our final 4th ball game here today. Gaines inside the paint, got it to the cylinder. Spinner goods for sophomore Gaines, and he will shoot from the line. We'll have 4 more quarterfinal ball games for you tomorrow here from the Crossplex. Look at Holiday on the push inside there. Gaines challenging inside. Got it to stay, rewarded with the basket, and headed to the line.
Hey, if fans missed it earlier today, we've already had one #1 seed sent home on the women's side. Benedict hadn't lost to anyone in the SIAC this regular season, undefeated in conference play, but the Lane Lady Dragons, they had something to say about that.
Blew on them, and they blew on them pretty hard. So the Lady Dragons win it 74-61. They'll be here on Friday in semifinal action against either Lemoyne or Central State. Ebenham out front now for the Maroon Tigers with the basketball. Over to Andrews. Hurd just inside the paint. Now back to Olmert. Michael Olmert slides left side. In the corner, Gooden for three. That one looks short, and it is short. Rebound fought for. Gaines had it. Olmert had it. And it's going to go to the Lions of Paine College. Tuskegee, the Tigerettes winners in early quarterfinal play today to start our coverage at 1 o'clock. They defeated the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill 72-58. So they pushed their ticket for the semifinals on Friday. And they'll meet either Kentucky State University or Albany State, who play tomorrow in quarterfinal action. Holiday, quick step now to the rack. Challenges inside. It's going to be good, but they're going to wave it off. Gaines took it off its track. Well, I think it was going to stay in.
If he wouldn't have touched it, that would have been an and one. This game, just a 2-point game, that's something that can come back to haunt you.
On the replay there, look at Gaines pulling the cylinder. Didn't touch the basketball. He actually touched the rim and pulled it down. That took the basketball off flight, and that is a goaltend. Holiday with the free throw, misses there.
Yeah, he was fading back the entire time on that shot.
Got the sense when it left his hands, he wasn't comfortable with it. Kendall Walker out on the floor now for Coach Grady Brewer. James Walker making it back out as well. Olmert takes a seat, so does Keith Hurd. Lions 5 of 7 from the free throw line. That one looks hard, but he got the spinner to stay down on that one. So 35-34. Out of all that chaos, the Lions, like we've been saying all tournament long, Tolly, they're still in this ball game, just a point down. Ebenham challenged on the inside, missed on the shot. Somehow Gooden gets the rebound with 3 purple jerseys surrounding him. Offensive push off by Kendall Walker. No, want to go the other way. Saying Pinkett guilty of the push. So Pinkett guilty of the foul there. That's his first. At the block, Walker challenges inside. Basketball swatted away and taken away there by Ronzel Evans. Pinkett wants to push now. Pushes back to Holiday. And the Lions can take a lead with a basket here with 12:36 remaining.
Boy, they had a terrible first 5 minutes of this half, but they've since recovered.
Like the man said, can't get no worse than what they did in the first 5. Lead behind pass there for Evans. Boy, that's nicely done by Charles Moore.
Nice wrap-around pass. Nice cut to the basket. And Paine is back on top.
Walker busted now over to Gooden. Gooden in traffic. That's going to be blocking foul.
And one. That could have gone either way, but goes in favor of Morehouse.
They count the basket. 37-26 after the lay-in and the foul, and Gooden will go to the line for the Maroon Tigers. Jarvis Adley set to come in next dead ball now, likely to replace the senior Kendall Walker. So Ebenham's going to depart the basketball game. So 12:09 remains. At least the top half of one of our semifinal brackets settled on the men's side, with Miles College defeating Tuskegee in a low-scoring affair early on today, 53-39. So Miles will play in the semifinals on Friday against either Lane College or Albany State, who tangle tomorrow. Gaines, some banging in there, got a tap and follow through, and the sophomore staying with it there to get the basket. Now Paine with a 38-37 lead with 11:40 left. Adley lost this dribble, gives it over to James Walker. Walker will challenge left side. Gaines took it away. Gaines falls to the surface, and we're going to go back the other way. Looks like Walker going to be guilty of a foul.
Yeah, Walker frustrated there. He went to the hole, and it was nothing happening. Tried to make up for it.
Timeout here inside the Bill Harris Arena. Sorry, Tyler.
No, just saying Walker was trying to make up for it there after a bad shot. He just added on to it with a bad foul.
38-37, Paine leads it. Timeout here inside the facility. We'll take a break as well on Flow Hoops. 11:32 remains in this quarterfinal contest. Our final broadcast of the day. As the Lions inbound the basketball now. They have a 1-point lead. Pinkett across the timeline, left side, slots all the way through. Up top, Holiday, head fake by Holiday. Floater inside the paint. Oh yeah. Good rhythmic shot there by Holiday.
The defensive pressure, not quite the same without Alston on the court. He's able to disrupt so much out there.
He certainly leads that effort to kind of get him at another level of intensity. Kendall Walker works it across the floor to Tremel Gooden. Jarvis Adley with the basketball.
The other thing is when they don't score, they can't set up that full court pressure.
Gooden had it partially deflected by Gaines inside the paint. It'll stay with Morehouse. And right now, Morehouse with a collection of players on the floor with Robert Andrews probably the only pure shooter out of that group there. Walker can as well, but he has been slumping at the latter part of the season. One to shoot. Walker got it airborne. That's an air ball. And it'll go over to the Lions of Paine College. They apply a little bit of pressure there defensively.
See Ulmer and Alston coming back in.
Yeah, Coach Brewer quickly recognizing that formula on the floor is not going to work. Too much of one thing and not enough of another. 10:40 left now. Lions by 3, 40-37. Pinkett out front. Trying to get it to Gaines if he can. Good defensive work by Jarvis Adley. 12 to shoot, and the Lions haven't even really approached the basket yet. Now 7. Holiday left it behind. Way out front for a three-pointer. That was off the mark.
That is a certified air ball.
That was an extra effort, wasn't it?
No.
Didn't go over?
Nope.
Okay.
Air ball.
So Morehouse trailing with the basketball. Andrews, he'll go to work. Pushes back out to Gooden. He's free way out front. Rattled and missed on the shot. Basketball tapped around. Austin had a hand on it. Adley had a hand on it. And the Lions touch it last. It'll stay with Morehouse.
Yeah, I don't think Payne's going to be too upset with Gooden being open for those shots.
No, they'll let him have it all day. 9:55 remains. Morehouse, regular season 20-4, coming into this quarterfinal ball game, trying to give head coach Grady Brewer his 300th career win, but more importantly, trying to advance to the semifinals. Stellar season last year came to a thunderous conclusion here in the quarterfinals with a loss, ending the best season in Morehouse basketball. Saved the season that they went to the Final Four. The Sweet 16, that is. Out front, Ebenham now for the Maroon Tigers. Across the floor to Adley. Now Olmert on the other side. He'll challenge on the inside, missed on the shot, but another rebound to Austin. Back to Ebenham. Ebenham with the jumper, foul line extended, and he got it. You cannot give a team the quality of Morehouse that many looks at the basket.
And you see the difference with Alston on the court. Those second chance opportunities are more frequent.
Right side Pinkett all the way through to the rack, and he beat the defense. That's how he got that basket. And sprints back the other way. 42-39, Paine with the lead. Austin kicks back out Ebenham. Andrews in the corner for three. Yes,
There's
sir.
Your shooter. He was searching for that range in the first half. Found it on that shot there.
Andrews knocks down that three-pointer. Gaines tied up in the paint, has to throw it this way. Look out, Toby Durham.
Hey, look what we have here.
You gotta give it back?
I have time for a selfie? No time.
Hey, look at me.
Almost fumbled the bag there, Charles.
8:55 left, tied now at 42.
Ball's much softer than it appears. It's a nice grade of leather. I've been playing with synthetic leather for too long. That was the real deal.
That's what's throwing off your shot?
Yeah, that's it right there, man.
Adley across the floor now. Left it for Andrews. Free again
He's
for
your
three.
Shooter.
Missed on the shot. Gaines challenges. Got the defensive position on Austin that time to come away with the rebound. Moore across the floor now to Pinkett. 8:25 and we're tied. Pinkett cross dribble right side. In the corner. On the move, Holiday. 10 to shoot. Holiday slices right side all the way through and he got the lay-in. Andrews thought he was going to get some help backside.
Nothing was there. That penetration was too easy.
Olmert out front now. We approach 8 minutes left with the Lions leading by 2. Across the floor, Adley. Adley back to Olmert. 12 to shoot now. Good. Free in the corner for 3. Front of the iron. And the Lions will take that every day of the week.
They're going to give him that bait right there. Go ahead. Take it.
Pinkett trying to resettle there after he got it inside the paint. 7:34 left in the ball game. Lions by 2. Now Moore handles. 9 to shoot for the Lions. Gooden drops out. They try to dump it down low in traffic. Not a good idea. Easy turnover, and back the other way is Adley, and he got it to go forward for the lay-in. Tied at 44 now. Moore wants to up the pace. Pinkett almost lost it, and he did.
And this is what Morehouse does to you, Charles. You know this all too well. Score quickly, set up that defensive pressure, and get you off balance.
7:09 left now. Tied at 44. Break here inside the Bill Harris Arena will step out as well. This is Slow Hoops. .09 remaining in this quarterfinal ball game. Tied at 44. Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College and the Lions of Paine College. Morehouse #1 in the East, regular season champs in the SIAC. Lions #5 in the East won their first round ball game against Kentucky State to get here. Olmert draws the defense. Andrews in the corner, can't get it to fall. Gaines had a hand on it, but he lost it. And it comes to Austin. Back to Ebenham. Steps behind the arc. Fires a 3. Missed on the shot, but Austin runs down another rebound. Now across the floor. Give and go. Ebenham spins inside the paint. And we're going to have a foul called inside.
One thing about the spin, you got to take the ball with you, Charles.
Yeah, that's how it works.
You got to deliver the package.
Otherwise, you're just dancing. 6:34 now. Shabazz Ebenham at the line now for the Maroon Tigers. 6:34 remaining in the contest to shoot free throws. Shot on the first on the 1-and-1 and he missed. And the rebound comes clear to Nelms. Off the floor quickly. Robinson raises, fires a 3. Shot an air ball. Paine is so disordered here.
Oh, Adley. A 4-on-1 break.
Yeah. Adley not able to collect it.
Off the foot. He had so many options. He was too excited with what he could do with the ball, and off his toe.
So Holiday now and an injured. Looks like this may be a cramp, but can't make out which player that is. 6:22. Take a look at here in the stands. A woman there to the right of your screen. That's Cherie Whitfield. She is the mother of Cairo Whitfield, one of the players for the Maroon Tigers. But probably less important is she is a member of the crew or the production, not the production, but the
she's a cast member.
Original cast. That's the word of the original Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Sounds like you watched the show quite a bit there.
Yeah, as much as I'm stumbling to get this out, yeah.
That's smooth delivery. I think you have it on DVR.
Regular fan at Forbes Arena to support her son.
She keeps it real. My wife makes me watch that show.
So should have let you handle that intro then.
Well, all the ladies on that show, no filter. I think that's part of the appeal, that they tell it like it is, or how it's scripted to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how real reality is, but me and my wife's first date actually ended up on my couch watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Wow. Yeah, you're just.
It was her idea.
You have no choice but to watch it, right?
It was don't be tardy to the party episode.
All right.
See, that means nothing to you. You all don't know anything about the hits, about the hit single "Don't Be Tardy to the Party."
So you all have them, all the shows archived?
It comes on in what is it, Sunday nights? I think it's Sunday nights, and it's the one thing that she'll stay up late for. So I have to take advantage of enjoying her company. I just find my way to the couch.
Tag along, huh?
Yep.
6:16 remains here. 44-44 in this quarterfinal ball game.
Well, Charles, back to the game, to the real basketball players of the SIAC. We're tied at 44, 6:16 to go. It's been ebb and flow on both parts from both teams. Morehouse has done well when they've been able to pressure the ball after made buckets, but they seem to rise and fall with Omar Alston's ability to be on the court and effective to me.
Looks like that's Johnny Robinson, the senior guard from Akron, Ohio, that's suffering from the double cramps, it looks like, in both calves. Out front, Charles Moore on the floor now. This is Pinkett with the basketball. 14 to shoot for the Lions. Pinkett lost his dribble, out to Gaines. Gaines guarded by Gooden. On the weave, 6 to shoot. Moore, free for three, shot it hard. Basketball going to be tapped, and it will stay with the Lions of Paine College.
Now that hit the rim. Coach Brewer is saying shot clock violation, but that clearly grazed the rim. And Coach Brewer knew it. He's like, yeah, I tried to sell.
5:46 remains. Now it'll stay with the Lions, and they'll have the fresh 30 to shoot. Holiday to inbound it. He'll push it out front to Pinkett. Adley guarding defensively. Coach Brewer trying to slow down the quicker guards for Paine with Adley on the floor. And he's also got Tramel Gooden out there. They're his typical defensive specialist. Holiday with 10. In the paint, left it for Gaines. Gaines foul unextended. Jumpers off the mark, tapped around. He followed and got his lay
like
in.
He's on a pogo stick out there.
Yeah, 2 or 3 pops, and he's at the rim. I can get there. He did. 46-44. Olmert on the move. Left it for Austin in traffic, and they take it away. Up the floor now. Pinkett challenged by Adley. Not enough. He got the basket.
Yeah, he had the proper position on him. He couldn't come across that body without fouling. Best thing to do is let him go there.
4:46 remains now. Adley cross dribble in the paint. Floater by Adley hits the front of the iron. Now the rebound to Nelms. And the Lions can go up 6 here. Pinkett on the move. Lost the dribble. He'll regain.
Charles, we are reaching upset alert territory.
Yeah, you have to get out your mobile device again. All right side, Pinkett slides all the way through. Left it for Moore. 11 to shoot. Moore, nice bounce pass to Gaines. And he missed on the shot.
It looks like he thought about maybe dunking it. Decided to go with the layup and went too hard. And
Andrews was
same
dunk,
scenario.
Moore up the floor to Gaines, slides past the defense of Gooden, and he got the lay-in. The harder one was easy for Gaines. Lead is 6 by the Lions. 3:55 remains, and some quick work there by Paine College to extend.
What is it that's in the water in Birmingham today?
There you see Gaines with the jumper and got back inside quickly. As soon as he shot that ball, he was already in the picture under the basket. So he wasn't on the pogo stick.
He was on the scooter.
Here we go here. Defense now for the Lions of Paine College. Austin in traffic, and Moore just slaps it away. And up the floor, here's the one-on-one. Pinkett using the body well. Adley not able to get to him, and he got the lay-in. Just like that, a good switch there for the Lions of Paine College. There you see them at the bench there. Coach Darrell Stinson got to be pleased with where they are right now in this contest with a 6-point lead and under 4 left.
And not only is it a 6-point lead, but it's a 6-point lead with momentum on your side. We saw Morehouse start the second half with momentum, able to score the ball and turn Paine over on consecutive plays, but that has all changed. Now Paine is able to score, and they're turning Morehouse over.
Certainly, if this were a heavyweight fight, you could say that Morehouse delivered some heavy punches and blows to the Lions starting this second half when they got into that full-court pressure. But it looks like the Lions have kind of withstood that attack on the ropes and come out to the middle of the ring, and right now they're rope-a-doping. Austin out front now at the block. Gooden, he'll stop and take the jumper there and finally finds the range on one.
I was about to say the one thing that hasn't been a factor for Morehouse has been the three-point shot. And we get a mid-range shot there from Gooden.
So the Lions now with a 50-46 lead. Holiday to inbound it. Does so in the corner to Pinkett. Pinkett doubled there. Got it up in traffic, and the Maroon Tigers take it away. Here comes another onslaught of pressure by the Maroon Tigers. Omar had the shot rejected at the block, but it came right over to Gooden. 3:24 left now. Ebenham out front with the basketball. Only 10 to shoot, no reset there. Keith Hurd has to run it down. Ebenham lost it on the surface, and the turnover gives it to the Lions.
Right between his legs now. Earlier, Morehouse hits the mid-range jumper. That allows them to set their defense, but then off the turnover, which was a good thing, but they squandered this offensive possession away.
Lions with 22 turnovers. Morehouse not too far behind with 19. Here comes Pinkett now. They got a 3-on-2, but they won't take advantage of it. Pinkett going to try to pull it back here and see if they can't do a little clock management. Approaching 3 minutes left. Give and go to Nelms. Can't find anybody. He'll work it back out front. Now he's got to hurry. On the weave, gives it to Moore. Moore slides through in traffic, and the Maroon Tigers take it away from him. Austin in a one-on-one with Holiday. He's grabbed. And that's the wise foul there. Holiday grabbing Austin. Not flagrant. That'll send Austin to the line to shoot.
Austin showing his athletic ability with the Euro step there to get to the bucket and absorb the contact, and still got a decent look at it up at the rim.
If you know anything about this Maroon Tiger team, their one Achilles heel is what they do from the free throw line during the course of the year. Finished dead last in the conference in free throws. But at this trip to the line, Omar Austin's good on the first.
He heard you.
Sure did. Saw them at the shoot-around this morning, and Coach Brewer came over. We were talking about a few things, and he told me that we're concerned about if it gets down to free throw shooting at the end of the game. I told him, I said, well, if you want to win, the best thing to do is not let it come down to that.
Omar does his part there. He hits 2, and they're trapping on the inbound.
Gaines has it, got it over to Pinkett. Now they'll get it across the timeline, leading it by 2. Pinkett in traffic, and they throw it away once again. Adley 2-on-1 trying to alley-oop there for Austin. Not the time for that in this situation.
Adley has not made good decisions on the fast break. He had a 4-on-1 earlier that he dribbled off his foot. He and Austin had a 2-on-1 there, and just an unwise pass.
Pinkett into the front court now. Lions trying to preserve that 2-point lead and stretch it. Holiday all the way through, challenged Ebenham, got it on the block, kicked it up the floor to Adley, bounce pass up the floor to Olmert now, and there's the block there by the sophomore Gaines, catching up with the play. Boy, that could loom to be very big in this basketball game with the block by Gaines.
Those are 4 points right there that Morehouse seemingly had. One they squandered, one taken away with the block. Under 2 to go.
Lions by 2 with the basketball. Hurd jumps out on Moore. Moore fights through, left it for Gaines. He'll fire the 3 shot, partially deflected by Austin, but it'll stay with the Lions.
Yeah, Omar tried to save that ball, but had his foot on the baseline as he was trying to tap it back in, but that leaves Paine with just 4 seconds on the shot clock here. They'll have to get something up quick.
Charles Moore set to inbound the basketball. 1:47 remains. The Lions of Paine with a 50-48 lead. They're looking to the inside. They'll go out front instead. Pinkett. Pinkett's got to hurry, but he lost the basketball.
Then he pretty much tackles Olmert. A shoestring tackle. Good in football, not so much in basketball.
Not so. Take a look at the block by Omar Austin. Getting racked up here. As you come back the other way, as Gaines come down the other way, and boy, oh yeah. Shout out to
now Olmert is good in his penetration, often finishing on the left-hand side. He thought he would have just got that one up, but had he gone to the left side of the bucket, finished with the left hand, Gaines wouldn't have been able to get to that ball.
Gaines able to do it there. That's a good recovery on transition with that block. Shot there. Kendall Walker off the floor now. Adley back out. 1:44 left. Michael Olmert at the line shooting free throws now. And Olmert misses on the front end of the 1-and-1. This is the area we were talking about, Tolly.
That was a chance to tie it right there.
Pinkett with the basketball across the timeline now. 1:34 remains. Cross dribble by Pinkett. Lions need a basket here. Holiday, right side, Gooden guarding him. 9 to shoot now for the Lions. Holiday penetrates right side. Blocking foul going to be called against Tramel Gooden. Robert Andrews back out on the floor now for the Maroon Tigers with 1:19 left. Coach Brewer playing this situation now. If Gooden commits the foul, the Lions will have the basketball. He's anticipating what they'll need on the offensive end of the floor, getting Andrews back out there as a shooter.
That was the 6th team foul against Morehouse. Next one will be a 1-and-1 situation for Paine.
Paine half-court set now. Moore going to push it back the length of the floor. And Cameron Gaines will run it down and surrender the basketball to Holiday. 11 to shoot now for the Lions. We approach a minute left. They jump Holiday out front. 5 to shoot. He'll slide all the way through. Challenges Hurd. Missed on the shot. And there with the putback there. That's Nelms.
What's the
basket counts there, but it looks like there might have been a foul on transition. No, not sure. Could be a big basket in this basketball game after this play here.
How big have the putbacks of Gaines been in this ball game?
And you are indeed right, Tolly Carr. It was Gaines sliding in there for the putback.
You got that over Omar Austin, who's probably the toughest rebounder in the SIAC. One of them for sure. Well, Kadarius Ash might have something to say about that, but one of the toughest rebounders in the league.
Boy, the Lions there issuing on a little bit of the medicine that they had to take from the Maroon Tigers often throughout this ball game. A good follow-up there by Gaines on the tap.
And Morehouse has left 6 points at least in the last minute on the board.
Gaines with 13 points and 6 rebounds for the Lions of Paine College. Now an important trip down the floor here with less than a minute remaining in the basketball game.
2 layup opportunities missed out on by Morehouse. Michael Olmert missing the front end of a 1-and-1 and a turnover.
Yeah,
here.
No, they won't get it. Now they'll get it. The Lions got the turnover. Holiday going to be fouled in the backcourt. So the Lions now to the free throw line, leading at 52-48. And boy, you could start thinking about sealing another win here, or another quarterfinal win, if they can knock down these free throws.
And Charles, it would not be unheard of. This could be the end of Morehouse season right here.
Sure, absolutely could be. The thought was that they absolutely had to win this tournament to get any kind of postseason play. If you lose again in the quarterfinals as you did the year before, that's a statement to the world that they'll take in a different direction. Big free throws here by Holiday, the senior from Atlanta. First one is good. So push it now to 53-48. As the players on the bench for Paine College locking arms now in that form of unity.
They are believing.
That one rattles and he missed on the front end. So the rebound to Hurd now. Morehouse quickly back the other way. Ebenham out front. 40 seconds left. They give it to Olmert. Olmert at the block. He's doubled there. Basketball knocked out of bounds with 35 seconds left. And Paine leading at 53-48.
Paine wants to see every single second from this clock tick away as quickly as possible.
Hurd departs. Walker, James back out on the floor. They'll push it back out his way. 19 to shoot. Walker squares, got a good look, missed on the shot, but the rebound, Olmert, and this is exactly what the Lions did not want. Foul on Olmert, that is the bonus, and that'll send Olmert to the line to shoot. They got the bad shot from James Walker, but they're not able to get the rebound, and they foul Michael Olmert. Better to let him get the rebound and let clock run. And put him at the line.
Two big free throws here.
Olmert misses on the first. And it has come down to free throws with 30 seconds left. And Olmert struggled all year long from the free throw line.
But he's got a good stroke. It's not like you look at his shot and you're like, oh, that's broken.
And he got one of two there. So a 3-point lead now. Are still at 4. And the whistles there as Holiday's fouled in the background. It is 4-point lead, 53-49. 29 seconds left.
I did not think today would go like it's been going, Charles.
No, it started out interestingly. And it's been going a very challenging way throughout the day. Challenging some of our assumptions coming in to quarterfinal play. Olmert departs the basketball game. 29 seconds left. Holiday at the free throw line. A chance to do some icing here for the Lions of Paine College with some free throws. Missed on the first. Basketball back to the Maroon Tigers. Kendall Walker works it at the sideline. Trouble there. Walker now raises, fires. Rimmer on the jumper, off the mark. Rebound fought for. Walker comes away with it. James does. 14 now. Shabazz Ebenham, that's a backside shot that's off the mark. Walker doesn't look to shoot it. Pushes back out to Andrews. Andrews can't convert. Ebenham fires. His shot's blocked by Holiday. And 0.8 of a second left. This one is over.
Charles, I literally cannot believe what I have witnessed here. 2 number 1 seeds going down here in the SIAC tournament.
And the Lions of Paine College, they pull the upset as well on the number 1 team out of the East, the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College, and Paine College pushing into the semifinals on Friday. A big effort there by almost everybody on that Lion roster as this ball game elapsed. And it came down to what the Maroon Tigers do worst, and that is work from the free throw line. perhaps should have never been in that situation, but not able to convert some big free throws down at the end. And that sends the Lions of Paine College into the semifinals. And we're here at sideline with an elated head coach, Daryl Stinson of the Lions of Paine College. Coach Stinson,
how you doing?
Fist pump for you there, brother. Congratulations on a big win.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your feelings after you have knocked off the #1 team, the region the champs, regular season champs in the Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College.
I mean, I feel great. I mean, it was a big win for Paine College. I'm just overwhelmed with enthusiasm. My guys are finally coming together at the right time, and we've been playing well, so I'm super excited.
I saw you at the last Morehouse ball game on the campus, and that's exactly what you said, is that we had some rough spots during the season, but we're starting to come together, and you do it on the biggest stage here in the conference tournament,
yes,
in the quarterfinal ball game tonight.
Yes,
talk about the start of this ball game, because you guys started out well. You had Morehouse a little bit out of rhythm.
I mean, in shoot around and in practice yesterday, we kind of emphasized going 1-3-1. Kind of just, throwing something different at them, because, we usually play a man or a basic 2-3. I just wanted to throw something different at them since it was their first game in the tournament. We had a previous game Monday, so we were kind of used to the floor, and they were coming in. It's difficult to shoot on these rims your first game, so I just wanted to throw something different at them to throw them off rhythm and something that they wouldn't expect us to do.
After they came out after the intermission, they seemed to have gotten things together at the timeout or at halftime, and they came out pressing you all heavily.
Yes, sir.
It changed the tenor of the ball game. What did you tell your team to kind of get things back on track?
I mean, I really didn't have to tell them anything. They band together. They said, they made their run. Now it's time to make ours. I think the last 2 weeks, our team has really grown and come together. And like I said, they're coming together at the right time, and I'm just super excited.
How big is this win for the Paine College program?
Man, it's big. I mean, nationally ranked, regionally ranked. I mean, it's a big, man. But I definitely respect Coach Brewer and what he does. But this was a big win for us.
Coach, I know you are beyond ecstatic with the win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you go into the semifinals on Friday against Lemoyne or either Clark Atlanta, either one I'm sure you'll take.
Yes,
just
sir.
satisfied to have that win to be able to get to the semis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coach Daryl Stinson, congratulations on the win. Awfully happy for you with that win.
Thank you.
The Lions of Paine College win it here in the quarterfinals, and they defeat a giant here at Tollycar as they knock down the #1 team in the East and the nationally ranked Maroon Tigers of Morehouse College.
Wow, I'm on the Twitter here. You got to tell the world about this in case you missed the Flow Hoops broadcast. Wow,
Lions.
I felt something special in the air when we got here today, like it was going to be an exciting day. But if you would have told me 2 #1 seeds going down,
yeah, never would have thought that at all.
You would have beat me out of $5 like Ad Seymour.
And they do it in back-to-back fashion in the final 2 ball games on the quarterfinal day. So our brackets partially set for the semis. Quarterfinal action over. Give you a quick look at what we're looking at on the women's side.
I know what you were doing.
What I was doing? No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I wasn't looking for I leave the house in the morning. I